If you're looking for the best classical guitar, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Taylor Academy 12EN. The Academy line offers a Taylor guitar without the hefty price tag, making, as Taylor says, the acoustic guitar accessible to more players. But the Academy 12EN is accessible in all kinds of ways. First off, it's compact and has the firm's smallest full-scale shape. The Grand Concert is the perfect size for a classical nylon string. The 12EN could be considered a crossover nylon string. It has an adjustable truss rod and a lightly radiused fingerboard and a narrower neck about 1/8 thinner across the nut than your typical too-wide classical guitar, but its voice is classical with an open, responsive mid-range. A hard percussive approach reveals a borderline flamenco voicing, while turning down the intensity showcases a more Latin voicing that would work well with your bossa nova or jazz fusion chord book. There are very few negatives. You've got a great neck shape, an accommodating size with a beveled armrest, praise be, and incredible playability. With its crisp, defined classical voice, that's a winning combo. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Yamaha SLG200S classical guitar. For beginners or anyone looking for an affordable entry point into the world of nylon string guitars, the SLG200S is a no-brainer. The SLG200S have been kicking about for years now because, once again, Yamaha has made it a point of pride that it can put together an entry-level guitar that performs well beyond its price point. It has a full-size classical body with a very classical 2.5 nut width and 2.28 spread at the bridge, and it feels great with a really welcoming neck profile. As for tone, well, tune in for a well-balanced voice that's good and strong in the mids with articulate high-end. And if it lacks just a little bit on the low end, it still outperforms many more expensive guitars. The SLG200S is available with a cedar top as well as the aforementioned spruce, offering a little more robust low mid to the sound. The number 3 position is held by Cordoba F7 Paco Flamenco. Built in honor of Paco de Lucia, the F7 Paco Flamenco is a punchy little guitar that strikes the balance between rounded low-end warmth and the precise high-end rat-a-tat needed for flamenco guitar. The neck is solid mahogany, a comfortable 2.1 at the 1st fret and 2.4 at the 9th, and measures a full classical 2 in width across the nut. The action is low and easy, while the body's depth, 3.5 in the lower bout, 3.3 in the upper, aids both comfort and the brightness required of all good flamenco guitars. These dimensions just feel right. It is a sumptuous instrument, especially at the price. There's solid Canadian cedar on the top, with fan-style bracing to let your resquido really pop, and the all-important tap plate. Next at number 4 we have Martin 16 Series 0C1216E nylon. With solid Sitka spruce on the top, solid mahogany on the back and sides, Martin has provided a mellower but equally classic take on Martin tone. Martin's Zero Auditorium body shape is one of the smallest they offer, and with a depth of 4.125, it is easily applied to nylon stringed adventures. The build is of course exceptional. You'll find the neck that little bit wider, encroaching on classical proportions at 1.875 across the nut, while the cutaway joins the body at the 16th fret. This allows easy upper fret access for soloing, and the Fishman Matrix VT enhance and tone pickup will help make those solos to pop while maintaining the rich, natural tone of the 0C1216E. The 0C1216E is a considerable investment, but the tone and build is exceptional. It feels incredible, too, with that high glass top offset by a satin smooth back, sides and neck. The number 5 position is held by Alvarez Cadiz Classical Hybrid CC7H Seer. You can always count on Alvarez to come up with affordable acoustics with impressive specs, and the Cadiz Concert Classical Hybrid is a classic of the genre, hence its inclusion on this guide to the best classical guitars. Here we've got an immaculate, subtly figured solid Sitka spruce top that is paired by dark walnut on the back and sides, acacia binding and armrest, and L. Backstage Pro electronics, all for $600. This is a hybrid, but it's scaled towards a classical feel with a 1.9 width at the nut. The satin neck is lovely, a flat profile piece of mahogany with a dark strip of ebony to reinforce it. Elsewhere, there's real bone nut and saddle and asymmetric fan bracing patterns inspired by Jose Ramirez Roman 3, plus there is a treble bar on the bracing to help articulation in the high end. The number 6 position is dominated by Godin Multi-AC Nylon Encore. This is a classical hybrid that really comes into its own if you are playing gigs regularly and require an instrument that is going to serve you night after night in the most challenging environments. The Multi-AC Encore's bread and butter is in delivering consistent amplified tone thanks to its EPM dual-source electronics. The dual source refers to the undersaddle and soundboard transducers, and you can choose how much you want of each in your signal. Indeed, finding the right mix for recording is a cinch, and despite the unorthodox presentation, no one's mistaking this for a flamenco guitar. The Multi-AC Encore is a triumph of practical guitar design. The thin-line Grand Concert body shape's super comfortable, and with a solid cedar top and silver leaf maple on the back and sides, it offers an excellent tonal platform and looks pretty darn neat too. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Takamine Pro Series P3FCN. The P3FCN is another stage-friendly electroacoustic from a Japanese brand that has built a formidable reputation for quality. Takamine CT4B Roman 2 preamp offers sliding controls for 3-band EQ and volume. It sounds rich and naturalistic. The control panel also features an onboard chromatic tuner. The P3FCN is another one that will play well to nylon string newbies, with its 14-fret to the body build and Venetian cutaway, wood dot inlay, and 1.87 knot width offering a more traditional acoustic vibe. Indeed, some nylon string players might find that a little cramped, but that is a matter of preference. But no one is going to complain about the thin profile of the mahogany neck or the luxurious feel of the bound rosewood fingerboard. All in all, it's one impressive hybrid. The number 8 position is held by Yamaha NTX1 Acoustic/Electric Classical. Yamaha's NX range dates back to 2009 when it offered players two similar but quite different guitars, the NCX and NTX. The NCX was more traditionally classical. It had a wider classical neck, the fingerboard was flat, and the neck joined the body at the 12th fret. The NTX had a narrower neck, a radiused fingerboard, and 14 frets to the body. Both have been enduringly successful, but we've included the NTX1 here on the grounds that it's ideal for winning over players of traditional acoustic guitars and electric players. The contemporary construction is immaculate. We love the thin neck profile. The acoustic sound is balanced, if a little on the quieter side, while plugged in the NTX1 is a natural and sure to record. Given that it's not strictly traditional with its fingerboard, neck profile, and there's dot inlays, a rare treat indeed for nylon, feel free to attack it with a pick a la Rodrigo Sanchez. He uses a custom NTX1 1200 or layer some effects over the top of it. The new atmosphere preamp electronics are superb, offering quack-free tones courtesy of an undersaddle piezo with individual string sensors, a transducer to capture top end, and an internal microphone to round the signal out and give it some depth. Impressive. Next at number 9 we have Cordoba GK Studio Flamenco Guitar. With a solid European spruce top complementing a laminated cypress back and sides, the GK Studio is a ridiculously accomplished instrument for the price. Under that immaculate piece of spruce there is fan bracing to help the top to really resonate. It's a classically Iberian build. Tone-wise, the GK Studio's acoustic voice is nicely balanced, with the cypress laminate putting a little bottom end on the spruce's effervescence in the upper mids. But then the GK Studio, with its cutaway and Fishman pickup and preamp, has all the mod-cons you could want from an electro nylon. There's a phase switch, 3-band EQ, a tuner, volume, phase and notch controls to tame any unwanted feedback. The GK Studio is a hugely well-equipped instrument that won't empty your bank account. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Yamaha SLG200S silent guitar. Sure, the SLG200S is pretty avant-garde to look at, but it's lightweight and super playable. Those more used to playing the electric will love it. Yamaha's groundbreaking SLG200 silent guitar is part of an extensive suite of instruments that eschew the idea of, having a body per se, and instead use a wooden frame with a solid wood central core. With clever onboard electronics which include an IUX input, 2 reverbs and a chorus, the idea is that the SLG200S can be plugged in for a feedback-free performance in the most uncompromising live settings, and also be used as an all-but silent practice tool. Think of it as a hollowed-out single cut. It comes with a gig bag, but what's also cool about this is that the frame is detachable, making it one of the most attractive options for traveling. Definitely a strong option for anyone who likes to be a bit different. That's all for today. We upload music product review videos every single day. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.